Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.
The JasVynce.
Hey, what is happening? And welcome back to a brand new episode of
The
Jasmyne Show.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince, and we're kind of close together today. We're kind of close. But that's love. That's love. I'm all in the what you call it. But yes, we're here to discuss Married at First Sight, or Jazz's favorite show, Gaslighted at First Sight. See, that one doesn't fit over your head, right? Season 17 in
Denver.
Episode 15, my friends. Episode 15. 15,000 if you've been keeping count. The name of this episode is Honeyspoonin. We spooning right now, honey? Right? With one honeymoon in full effect, because it's, the other couples face intense issues of honesty and trust. With decision day on the horizon, the couples look to the experts for guidance in their decision of whether they should stay married or get a divorce. Is that guidance working?
No. Everybody should just get divorced and save us the time at this point.
Jazz is tired of the show, as y'all can see. I'm usually there, but I'm not there exactly yet. Maybe because they gave me some reinvigoration with the whole Chloe and Michael situation. But even they tired. It looked like they tired now.
They got me tight how they didn't even give them a real honeymoon. They was like, oh yeah, just go to the next town over and have a honeymoon. I'm like, If anybody deserves a honeymoon, it's Michael. So even after this, they better give that man a honeymoon, because y'all sent the rest of them crusty fools out there to Mexico on the beach and stuff, enjoying themselves, and Michael went to Colorado Springs.
Ungrateful.
I'm ungrateful?
No, not you. All the rest of them. They got to go to Mexico and didn't even try to fix or salvage their marriages or anything
Swimming
like that.
in cenotes.
Come on. Basically, this entire episode was just some of Chloe and Michael's honeymoon and a little bit of Emily and Brennan's drama. I'm glad we got to see another couple besides those two. But if you've been supporting us, we really appreciate you. If you're brand new to the channel, we thank you for being here, and we really, really would like you to
like, comment, and subscribe.
We appreciate that. And let's get into it. We don't do ads on this channel, but I did want to use this as a moment to shout out another show that we're a huge fan of. Congratulations to Kevin on Stage Studios, the stage crew, Kevin, Melissa Fredericks, the family, everybody on
Churchy.
I'm going to church today. That's our show. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, they just got accepted to BET Plus, and that is literally the dream. It's the dream of what you do when you move to Los Angeles. The dream is not working out. I was like, we're still good. You know what I'm saying? We still doing our thing. We still got our show. And also, the Bald and the Beautiful, they also cover Married at First Sight. So we really appreciate you guys and are still looking for a job here, stage crew. If you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
He's always going to plug his
I do improv. All right, let's get into these wonderful, wonderful couples. Starting with one of two wonderful, well, probably the only wonderful couple.
What?
We don't know. Michael and Chloe, let's get into Miguel y Chloe. I don't know.
Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel.
It's Michael.
I know.
Miguel is the guy.
That's not what we're talking about right now. I just Hispanicized his name, even though he's Filipino and Greek apparently, which I learned today.
Yes.
Shout out to him being Filipino and Greek. Right? Only notes that I have for them. Obviously, they had a wonderful honeymoon in glamorous Colorado Springs. Now, Jazz thinks that's crappy. They did the most that they possibly could do in Colorado Springs, I would say. And also, for people that are not familiar with, because you still didn't come to Denver with me yet, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. For people that are not familiar with the state of Colorado Springs is like the nice, like, hangout part, I guess. Like, everybody from there is like, oh, I love Colorado Springs. I'm from the Bronx, New York, so I said that's probably like their Poconos or something like that. Shout out to anybody that's
Is
familiar
the
with
Poconos
the Poconos.
nice?
That's the only vacation I used to have, right?
Okay.
Before I met you, the Poconos and one time in Jamaica was the only vacations I used to have.
See?
Now I get to go to all the glamorous places because my wife is the best travel agent. See, we switched seats, so it's over you now.
Listen.
Make sure you hit up Jazz if you're looking for some travel agencies. All right, back to Michael and Chloe, y'all. All right, they did the honeymoon. They did some rock climbing. She kind of flamed him a little bit, talking about his shoes matching his headband. I wondered how.
I don't think she was flaming him.
It sounded like, I don't know. It sounded like a little jab.
I feel like this is what happens when you put two like people that know how to communicate as adults together, because they were very clear in their communication and like, oh, when I do this, this is what I need. This is how I feel supported.
Yes.
I'm just like, this is it.
It's
this
moving.
Is grown people having conversation.
Shout out to the grown people having conversation. Even she said that like she felt like, you know, the rock climbing thing, which I thought she was down for. She seemed like she was like. I
thought she was saying she was down for it too, but then she seemed scared.
She seemed scared the entire time. But she did state beforehand that it was like a test of them, you know, their bond under stressful situations, which I thought was cute and whatnot. It made sense. It made sense. They're building a lot of chemistry. They got a nice little massage together or whatnot. He even massaged her for a little bit.
I feel like that was a fake massage because that masseuse didn't look like she was doing anything. And then she was like, you guys want to massage each other? And I was like, girl, we paid you to do the massage. Yeah. Why are we massaging each other and you still getting paid?
Yeah. Shout out to the masseuses. But during that, I think he had his eyes closed while he was talking to her. Sorry, I made all these clips bigger because I thought we were going to be sitting further apart. But Jazz loves me so much today, and I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, they did have, I think he was saying like, oh, I really appreciate your smile and your lips and your gaze. It makes me feel like you're actually paying attention and listening to me and interested in more. And while he was saying that, his eyes were closed, and the whole time she was like, yeah. So I have no more notes about Michael and Chloe, but I think we might have touched on it a little bit before. But Jazz is starting to see a little bit more of it too. Let us know if you agree or disagree that Chloe's a little bit I don't want to say fake. She's giving influencer.
I understand why you said that, but I'm not getting influencer. I'm getting like, she reminds me of people that you would work with, like the one lady you would work with and you're nice and professional with in meetings, but you really don't mess with her like that. That's what she reminds me of. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like if I saw her outside of work, I would act like I didn't know her. Yeah, that kind of.
We'll get into how Brennan is putting on for the camera, but I just kind of got a sense of, and not to say that she's necessarily putting on. Again, it just seems like, oh, she's saying the right thing. She's very enthusiastic. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
But you got to remember, she is a self-proclaimed reformed perfectionist. So it may be that she is used to always being so perfect, and that's ingrained in her that she's gonna have to learn how to like let it down. Some
Pleasantville is what I'm thinking of. that's it.
Not Stepford Wives.
She said I'm more of a fan of Pleasantville, but Stepford Wives also can apply for that.
I love that.
And I think it's more appropriate, actually. She's seeming a little, something along those lines. Let us know how you feel about that. That was just a random thought that popped in my head. Anything else about Chloe or Michael or them both and their honeymoon? Oh, real quick, we do have to talk about the conversation that happened right after this cute moment at dinner where she said the magical words that Michael absolutely hates to hear. I'm not ready for this, or I don't want to do this.
I don't know if I can do this.
I don't know if I can do this, with tears in her eyes. He seemed very accepting and like open and willing to talk to her and stuff. I'm glad, because just obviously the editors, like just that scene is gonna throw us off our game. Like, we thought we had, you know what I'm saying, something special. Also, he shared that his mom does not know that they're married because he wasn't ready to.
But I'm team Michael on his mom not knowing. He said he told his sister, but he did not want to tell his mom because he told his mom about the first time and what happened.
And
we all know
didn't go well.
that moms don't be here for shenanigans. First of all, she probably wasn't super excited about the first time, but to see that it didn't work and for him to be rematched right back to back, I wouldn't tell my mom that either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to come back to Emily. I got choice words for Emily.
Oh, my goodness. Anything else about Chloe and Michael? I think we good on that. We're glad that it looks like, they're going to be able to work it out.
They're our only hope.
They're literally our only hope. All right? Please let us know how you feel about Michael and Chloe in those comments. Appreciate you very much. Let's get into this wonderful couple. Let's get into them. I have some.
Do you have my monkey?
I don't know if I have the right monkey.
The robot monkey?
Oh, the robot monkey? Let's see. I think that might be. Is this how you're feeling about...
This is how I feel every time Emily opens her mouth. I just want to fly through the air and just punch her in the mouth. Every single time. She is the most bitter... I'm trying not to cuss. She's the most bitter woman. Like, she got so much negativity and so much negative things to say, and she cannot read a room. She don't know when to shut her mouth. Shut your mouth. Mind your own marriage.
Talk.
Just because your marriage is not even a friendship or whatever he's saying it is, you don't have to throw salt in everybody else's wounds that are not really wounds. If she don't have a problem with it, if Chloe don't have a problem with Michael not telling his mom, who are you to be like, well, I would feel this way? Nobody asked you how you would feel. Worry about how you feel about your husband and how he don't feel about you. Mind your business.
And your marriage.
I really don't like her because every single time I've seen her on After Party in the last 2 or 3 weeks, ever since she tried to come for Keisha, she's very disrespectful and out of order. Please stop putting her on After Party because I'm ready to fly through there and punch her in the face. That's all I'm saying.
I can't enjoy an episode of After Party, or sometimes not even the show, if Emily is on there, because at some point, my beautiful wife will yell at the top of her lungs, hater!
She's a hater! I can't stand her, yo. It's been a long time since I just literally could not stand someone on this show. Like, there were people that I felt like they were haters on their relationship, but she hate on everybody else, and I don't like that. Nobody asked you. Keisha did not ask you what you thought about what Chloe just said. She didn't ask you. You're not the host.
There was a couple times where I had to look up, did she just interject?
Her? Yes.
Did she just say, and another thing about they trash? Whoa! Whoa! Chill. Emily is a hater. We've said this here before. Let us know how you feel. I'm curious if anybody disagrees, because I do.
Let me know if y'all think Emily is not a hater or she is justified in the things that she's doing and saying. And please give me examples.
If this was Claire making these, assumptions or statements about other people's things, I'd be like, seems like you're hating, but at least she's a therapist, so your opinion is...
but even when Claire says things, she's not rude about how she says it.
Yeah.
Emily is rude. She's out of order, and she needs to mind her damn business.
I would agree. Yeah, she has something to say either during the episode or after the episode, and mind your marriage, girl, because you're not doing great.
Because I feel like Chloe kind of checked her too. I can't remember what she said, but it was basically a very cordial way of saying your opinion does not matter to me.
Right. Can I put the monkey away, or you want to keep the monkey up?
As long as she on my screen, yes.
All right, monkey is staying up because that's how Jasmine feels about anytime Emily is on her screen. They're focusing on being friends right now. What does that mean?
I don't know what friends mean because
they don't seem like friends.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. She was like, I know you said you want to work on our friendship, and I feel like you don't treat me like a friend. And he says, do you want to go there? It basically, he's giving me I feel like he's probably like Ike and Tina Turner behind closed doors. Just the way he'd be like, are you sure you want to do this? Is this what you translation for I'm gonna whoop your ass after this. That's what I'm hearing from it.
Even Emily's friend says that he's a master manipulator, which is not necessarily something good that other people from outside your relationship can see. She also admits to Claire when they're chatting that she feels like held back because of the image that he's trying to portray for the cameras. So again, I don't know what kind of conversations they're having off screen. I feel like he should try to get at that before she got snappy, but I don't know. What I will say is that I appreciate that she said something along the lines of like she's trying to see it through still, which is like, yeah, but I feel like people are just there so they don't
at
get
this
fined.
point it's being controlled and emotional abuse.
Yeah.
But
for us or for her?
For all of us. Hell, we all in it. We all in it. And we all married to them.
We all married to Brennan and Emily right now. It seems like.
And I want a divorce.
Yo, facts. Big facts.
I never want to see you again.
Big facts.
I did put two and two together because Emily said to Brennan, like, people at the wedding said that it doesn't even look like we like each other, like you like me or something like that. And he was like, who was saying this? Like, why are you worried about what people are saying? She was like, it's one thing if it was just people at the wedding, but it was like our close friends. Then goes to Claire. So I'm like, it was Claire that said it. Because Claire basically kind of reiterated it in so many words. Was it Claire or it's Emily that keep dropping all the tea? I heard or she told me. Yeah. Yeah, but Claire's right there with her too. But Claire and I going on the after party and speaking on everybody's business. Funniest thing about that interaction with Claire was like, what is going on with us? How are we doing? Because child is a mess, as my wife would say. Child is a mess. When have I ever said that? You be saying child. I say child. See? That's just here and there. It's a mess. It's a mess. They got a visit from Pastor Kyle, which I really appreciate. It's too late because it is too late, but I will say that this season specifically, possibly because of all the turmoil that's been happening, but I am enjoying like seeing more intervention from the experts. And even I think it was Emily that mentioned it. It's like therapy. Like, well, yeah, y'all should. Let me give you an analogy. Y'all should be going to couples therapy all throughout this process. Let me give you an analogy. This is what it is this season. Go ahead. There's a whole house fire. Yes. The experts show up with a little hairspray bottle or some oh, no. And they just pour a little. Hold on. Should I pour it? No, don't pour it. Don't pour it. Oh, just drop. Oh, no. I got to clean that up. And then that's it. And then they disappear until next week. That's what the hell they doing. It's still a house fire. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's happening. You talking about they coming to help. They're not really doing nothing. I feel like Pastor Kyle wasn't that helpful this week. He was like, when you use the F word, that's dangerous. I'm like, what's the F word? And I realized he's talking about being friends. Yeah. But they're already there. Like, they're not progressing. It's just not, I don't think that it's going to work. Yeah, it does, again, most likely because of how bad the season is going. I do feel like it's kind of like they're being babysat in a way, but I still feel it's super necessary. The last few seasons, I've been saying, like, yo, we need the experts to intervene more so they can, like, keep up with these couples, walk them through these things. Anytime there's a hard conversation, like, don't just let the thing blow up and then they're, then at the end when they're about to get divorced, let's have a conversation. Like, get in it now and let's try to work this out. And I think it was a good attempt today, but like you said, I don't know how much was necessarily done or solved. I will say what I really did enjoy and I need to see on every season here and out from now to the future. Producers, what's our girl's name? Crystal. What's the fish's names? I don't know. I forgot the fish's names, but y'all who they named the fishes after. We need to see, and I've said this a number of times. We need to see what these people said they wanted. That's the best thing that I have seen. I feel like they've done this once or twice before, but like to see the videos and the interviews is perfect.
Yeah.
It helps give the viewer insight. I feel like it helps give the person that they're married to insight. But also, this scene was laughable because I feel like both of them were not describing themselves.
Whoa. So, yes, first off, every season from here on out, please do this. This is very, very important.
This is what I was talking about earlier about the way that people perceive themselves.
Yes.
Not being self-aware.
Yeah.
And thinking that they're presenting themselves as one thing,
but
they're not. And other people don't perceive them like they think they do.
I think that applies way more to Brennan. I think when they showed Emily's, her interview, she was pretty spot on with what she said she wanted. We haven't really got to see much of her being able to like.
She doesn't have a willing participant.
Yeah, exactly. So again, and I'm glad that Pascal presented it the way that he did. He said, "Well, how do you feel about this young lady that you just watched? Hey, that's exactly who she is. You know, that's who she said. That's how she acts. This guy, you know, I'm extremely coachable. I'm really intimate. I'm into love and commitment and open communication." Me, Jazz, and Emily's faces are just so far back in our heads. Like, boy, who you? Come on.
This is what I'm saying. People are not self-aware, and that's what happens because he's never been in therapy, and he don't want to go to therapy.
Yeah,
and that's. Ooh, I'm about to.
Oh, don't die. My boy, get the water. Get the water. This is live, y'all. This is live. Sorry. These couples making us sick.
Me dry.
I'm sorry, they're making us sick. I did want to say real quick that she, before going into this pass account thing, she said she was afraid of saying the wrong thing, and this is not the first time we've heard her say something like that. In Brennan's interview, he did admit to being sensitive, though, which I was like, oh, I'm glad that, you know, because that's a word that she's been saying as well. But the extremely coachable part, I don't think so, sir. Also, the loving and communicative part, we haven't gotten to see that from you at all, sir. So if you say that's how you are in a relationship, you gotta. I think he even did he mention something about let my actions speak? You're not letting actions speak. No.
The actions are saying you don't like your wife,
and
that's okay. That's okay, but own it.
The actions are not showing at all. They're not showing. And again, yes, I would agree to for some reason, this is why background checks, man. For some reason, it just seems like people are not used to being therapized at all on this show. And this is another reason why having people sit down with the therapist.
I think that they should, instead of doing, I think they're interviewing people.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. How many times have well, let me not say that, but lots of people can interview well and then get the job and be trash.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing specific, guys. But why are you looking like that?
I didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing either.
But it's one thing, because, you know, you get you a good therapist, they be talking to you like you bugging. Like, so I think that the therapy aspect has to be there. And even if they were to be like, all right, we're going to pay for you to go to a therapist, you have to go for 2 months, and they consult with the therapist to see where the person actually is. Not just let's interview you, let's ask you questions about what you want, let's see what your beliefs are and what your values are. Like, we need to know the mental headspace of these people.
Yeah.
Well, we don't, but y'all do before y'all matching people is what y'all need to do.
It's unfortunate.
The monkey can go away.
Yeah, I'm putting the monkey away. Right. Only other thing I have about them is, as you were saying, she also commented, hey, this was an interview process. He brought his A game clearly. Mm-hmm. And that's when she brought up the fact that she's like, oh, I'm trusting the process, which again, I appreciate, like, her, you know, seeing potential in him and then also seeing that he saw potential in himself. So hopefully that potential starts to show. But let us know how you feel about Emily and Brennan. I don't know if it's going any further than this.
They not a couple no more.
Anything else about Emily and Brennan?
Nope.
All right. Only other couple we got to see a little bit of here today was Boston? Osteca? What do you think they go by?
Ostica.
Because they're still a thing, right?
Austina.
They're still a thing.
Becca.
Let me see if I can find that. There we go. Right? Becca and Austin, sorry I put them all over your face.
Alka?
I don't know. But they're enjoying themselves. There's always something. So this time we didn't get to see him last week at the wedding because they were visiting his grandparents.
Yes, in Boston.
It wasn't Philly?
It was Boston.
It was Boston, not Philly, you sure?
I thought it was Boston.
I wrote back from Philly in my notes.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it was.
It was one of those historical places because they went to George Washington's house.
There you go. Correct me if I'm wrong. Brought back the cat allergies, baby. That's the highlight of this trip, apparently.
Listen, this man will do anything not to give her some.
It's crazy.
It's crazy the lengths Austin will go to for her not to get none.
It's crazy because I don't think I've ever seen a woman on this show.
Yes, you have.
Not
Clara.
complain.
Clara.
That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I was talking about. I said there was something about a guy that wasn't trying or claimed he
they
wasn't.
They were secretly having sex the whole
time.
Yeah.
But I was comparing him to Brennan in the fact that he kind of was like trying to uphold this image for the cameras.
Yeah, but that guy wasn't an asshole, at least.
No, not as much. Not as much.
He wasn't an asshole.
But also they were having sex the whole time, allegedly. So,
but that's not the first time that people have done that.
I understand, but I'm saying again, it was for the cameras that he was trying to be this, what is that? I don't know what that means.
What is that?
But anywho, we got to see a visit from Dr. Pia, where they discussed that there was no PDA because he was around family and also dying from cat allergies.
This man will do anything to not give her none.
I want to move forward with him sexually, and he's like, "Well, I don't think we'll have any issues with that." But y'all have been having issues this whole time.
But they haven't been having issues. I mean, let's be realistic, right?
He moved.
They
slow.
have 8 weeks. There's a lot of times people don't get intimate. If you were hypothetically dating someone, it could go 8 weeks where you would not be intimate with that person.
Yes.
And also, if we're gonna stay married, I have the whole rest of my life to have as much intimacy with you as I want.
Also true.
So I kind of understand where Austin is coming from, and on top of that, we have to remember that it seems like he grew up way more religious than we're seeing.
That part I keep forgetting.
So that was the same case with Ryan and Clara. He grew up super religious. That is
right. What city was that?
Atlanta?
Maybe.
I think. Anyway, the whole point is people don't want they bedroom business out here in these streets. But I think Austin is alright. Next week look like a fire again, and then I know that the experts will come and just say,
if you don't stop pouring water on my floor, stop, Jazz, stop.
See y'all next week.
Stop. I think we can all agree with Pastor Kyle on this one right here. Like, it's like, yo, what are we really doing here? So again, I don't have anything else to say about them. Anything else about Becca and Austin? I wish them well. I do hope that
I like them. I don't know. I'm not getting anything. I feel like they could probably stay married because they actually seem like they've been clicking the whole time.
Yeah.
And things may be easier without the cameras.
She's clearly, yeah, I think so too. She's clearly vibing. She clearly wants the draws. I hope she get the draws. You know what I'm saying? What does GTD stand for?
Got the draws.
It is weird. I feel like everybody's been saying things about Austin like, oh, it's horrible that you don't want to have sex with your wife or you don't want to show her nothing. And it's like,
if it was the opposite way around, it would be a problem.
Exactly.
But he should want to have consensual sex with his wife on his time.
On his time.
If it was the opposite way around, people would not be saying that. They were like, "Oh, it's the woman's body. It's his body too."
I would have 100% have to agree with that. Again, it's not often that she's throwing it at him, which is interesting to watch.
But also, that's kind of on the experts too, because they knew she was sex positive.
Yeah.
So they should have made sure that her match, if sex is that important to her, her match should have been open sexually, or like not necessarily matching her with somebody that clearly said he was slow on that front.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be hard for her, I think, even though she likes him, it's going to be hard for her to be like, oh yeah, this, I can see this definitely working without having anything sexual happening.
We'll see how it turns out for them. I have not.
It was in her intro. Her friend said it. Her friend said she was a sex kitten.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I was like, all right, yeah. Oh, okay,
all right.
Anything about ratings?
Everybody getting a 0.
Everybody's getting a 0.
We'll see. Let's try again next week, y'all.
As always, yeah, we try to rate our couples 1
It looks
through
like
10.
we have the couples retreat next week. I'm like, how we go on a honeymoon this week, and next week we had a couples retreat?
Because it's an expedited process. They got to speed this thing up. Hopefully, we'll be able to give Michael and Chloe a rating, but let us know how you feel on a scale of 1 to 10. We usually give them a rating after the honeymoon.
Technically, the honeymoon is over.
Honeymoon is over, but ain't nobody else to rate, y'all. Ain't nobody. Even we didn't get to talk about Claire, but I just think it's crazy that she's like, "Oh yes, Cameron." And y'all are not together.
What are you on, bro?
Y'all are not together, and somehow we keep getting Orion back on this show. How does that happen?
He's making himself relevant.
Pass the cow. I agree. Right? Let us know how you feel about these wonderful couples. Please, if you've been watching this entire time, we appreciate you, but we also would really appreciate if you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you for taking the time, y'all. Thank you for taking the time. We appreciate you. We'll respond back to you in the comments, or at least Jazz will when she's scrolling through YouTube or something like that. I like a comment on the stuff too. But yes, please hit us up in the description or in the comments if you're looking for a trip to book with the best travel agent ever. And ruggedmaniac.com if I'll see you in a town near you very, very soon. That's all we have for a brand new episode of The JasVynce Show. Peace.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.